This meeting is being recorded.
Yes, good evening everyone. Sir, in the last class, we started working with the forms, how to create the DJANGO forms. The main purpose of forms are to accept input from the end user. CD DJANGO py manage.py run the server. Server started. URL std. One day. So just we have to display one empty student form. If you want to submit any data here, I have to write the name and marks. Once I click on submit button, then it won't do anything, just the data will be gone. Now my requirement is how to read this data, end user provided data. Adi, if the data is available database, we know how to read the data. Okay. But now from this form, I want to read the data, how to read that data. And here one more thing is there. I want to provide some name. I want to provide, where is the code? Nope, not la. Yeah. So in the views.py, sir, what is the meaning of this one? Object created, one empty form I am displaying to the end user. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of this statement is empty form will be created there. Adi din meaning line number 5. Empty student form will be created. But I want to read the data from the form means the end user provided data. Until this form I can require. Previously empty form. Now my form contains some details, name and marks are available there. And one more thing, major thing is if I clicking on submit button, okay, once I'm submit button, this request, every request we have two options are there, get a post. I'm clicking on submit button. That clicking on submit button is I'm a get request, post request. How to decide that means within your form, sir, you have a method is there. Like that you have to decide. Within the method, what is the method? అంటే అది పోస్ట్ రిక్వెస్ట్ లేదు ఇక్కడ ఐఎమ్ గివెన్ దెన్ గెట్ రిక్వెస్ట్ అది డిసైడ్ చేస్తుంది గెట్ ఆ పోస్ట్ అనేది. ఒకవేళ ఏమి ఇవ్వకపోతే By default, getting so many options are there. Method equal to get. If you are not provided anything, and I have to send URL, different ways are there. But present data, what it is, post kada. So how to read the data means observe same thing, same line. What is the difference of that one and second line? Request.POST. The difference is this is pointing to empty form. This form is pointing to user provided data. That is the difference. First one, empty form, no data. This meaning is user provided data and this form provided there. But where the data is available there? There is one predefined dictionary is there. The dictionary name is clean underscore data. This is the dictionary. Dictionary and what is available? Key and value pairs. Name, Sunny. ఇదిగోండి key, name, Sunny. ఇదంతా ఇంటర్నల్ ప్రాసెస్ ఓకే కామా నెక్స్ట్ కీ వాట్ ఇస్ ద సెకండ్ వన్ మార్క్స్ 98. Now one dictionary is ready. I want to read data from dictionary. How to read? Clean underscore data of, can I ask name? Am I getting data or no? Yes, because that is dictionary. Dictionary key value pairs are there. Clean underscore data of name, clean underscore data of marks. So you are not creating any dictionary. By default, the user provided data available dictionary, but dictionary is the temporary data, not permanent. Next level, I will tell how to store this data permanently to the database. Present అయితే temporary dictionary data is there. From the dictionary, I am reading the data, clean underscore data of name and marks. Then automatically we will provide it. And I want to display to the HTML page. So now the concept is make a heading. How to process input data from the form inside views.py file. Inside views.py, we have to read data provided by end user, and we have to use the data based on our requirement. So first one pointing to empty form object to display form to the end user. Second one, this form object contains the end user provided data. The difference of first form key, second form key. Next, clean underscore data. It is a one dictionary. Cleaned underscore data, predefined name, dictionary name adi. Which contains end user provided data. Form dot clean underscore data of name. The name entered by end user. Marks. Entered by end user. So that is one dictionary available there. Form dot. There is a one method is there, is underscore valid. అంటే minimum validations. Name లో alphabets. Suppose if I'm not provided any, ఇదిగోండి సపోజ్ ఇదిగోండి నేమ్ ఇచ్చా మార్క్స్ ఇవ్వలే, క్లిక్ ఆన్ సబ్మిట్, ఏమన్నాడు ఫిల్ అవుట్ అంటే దట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ మినిమం వ్యాలిడేషన్స్. బికాస్ చూడండి ఇంటర్నల్గా ఐఎమ్ నాట్ రిటన్ ఎనీ కోడ్, బట్ హౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ వ్యాలిడేటింగ్ మీన్స్ ద సోర్స్లో దే కెన్ యాడెడ్ వన్ యాట్రిబ్యూట్. ద యాట్రిబ్యూట్ నేమ్ ఈజ్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద యాట్రిబ్యూట్ నేమ్ రిక్వైర్డ్ అంటే కంపల్సరీ ఆర్ టు ప్రొవైడ్ వాల్యూ కదా. అలా మినిమం వ్యాలిడేషన్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు చెక్. If you want your customization, that is also possible. That's we have to check. If form is valid, then we have to save. It is to check whether validations are successful or not. అయితే ఇప్పుడు ద మెథడ్ అనేది గెట్ పోస్ట్ హౌ టు డిసైడెడ్. Which request get request, which request is post request. Get and post. Which request considered as a get request, which one considered as a post request. Get ki so many options are there, post ki only one. Multiple ways to send the get request. That is, once I started server, every time I'm running the server, pv manage.pv run server. After that, this is the URL address, మన system local address. Okay, copy. We are sending kada std ani, we are sending this URL. I am given one URL to the browser. Ikkada I am provided, I am clicking on enter button. Is it a get request or post request? It is the get request. So the first request, what is the get request means? You can type any URL, not only this one. Suppose sir, I want to print Google. Clicking on enter, what request it is? A get request. If I am clicking on button, అది get a post are decided by internal code, HTML code. అలా మెథడ్ గెట్ ఇస్తే గెట్, పోస్ట్ ఇస్తే పోస్ట్. బట్ టైపింగ్ URL గెట్. ఇప్పుడు ఐఎమ్ క్లికింగ్ ఆన్ సమ్ లింక్ హిందీ అంటే ఐఎమ్ సెండింగ్ వన్ రిక్వెస్ట్ కదా. వాట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గెట్ పోస్ట్? ఎందుకంటే clicking on link means one request I'm sending to the server, I'm getting response. I'm clicking on English, I'm clicking on Telugu, I'm clicking on Marathi. All are request only. Which request all these are? Get a post up. It is get request. So clicking on any hyperlink, for example, Facebook lo forgot password unda, yeah. If you're clicking on this one, it is one hyperlink. Anchor tags, hyperlink means okay. You click on any anchor tag hyperlinks, it will be treated as a get request only, not post. So entering URL get request, clicking on hyperlinks anchor tags get request. ఒక బటన్ క్లిక్ చేసి ఈ బటన్ని ఇది గెట్టా పోస్టా, దిస్ వన్ డిసైడెడ్ బై ఇంటర్నల్ మెథడ్. ఇఫ్ మెథడ్ ఈస్ గెట్ రిక్వెస్ట్, పోస్ట్ ఇస్తే పోస్ట్ రిక్వెస్ట్, ఇఫ్ ఆర్ నాట్ ప్రొవైడింగ్ ఎనీథింగ్ గెట్ రిక్వెస్ట్. అలా గెట్కి 4 ఆప్షన్స్ ఆర్ దేర్ సార్. ఫస్ట్ వన్ typing the URL in the typing an URL in the address bar and clicking on the enter button, then that is called as get request. So any URL you can type and enter, by default it is considered as a get request. Second, clicking on hyperlinks get request. Third, submitting the HTML form without method attribute. అంటే once this form is there, I am clicking on submit button. This submit button, what you provided, or you provide, as I'm not provided anything, Django will consider get request. Even given method equal to get, then get request. But post ki ఒకటే option, that is if we give method mention post, then only post request, otherwise get only. ఇవి 4 ways: entering URL, clicking on hyperlinks, we are submitting HTML form without method attribute. Submitting the HTML form with method attribute of get value. Only one way to send post request. Post value, అది get post. So now the views.py, we have to read the data provided by end user and print in the console. Next, I want to print the data to HTML file. What is HTML file I provided yesterday? Input. అంటే మనం క్రియేట్ చేయలేదు. We have to send that file. ఇక్కడ I want to display the details. Okay. First of all, how to print those data into the console. Okay. Now come to this views.py. Now, first, whenever program is executed URL pattern, one form I created empty form and I forwarded this form to the end user. So first time, whenever typing URL, clicking on enter, which type of request? Get request. Once it is get request, it will display empty form. That is the meaning of this one. Now, I have to give an if request dot method equal to, what is the meaning of equal to? Comparison. If request dot method equal to post, when the request is the post method, if I clicking on submit button, is it a post request or get request? Post request kada. Appudu if condition executed. Suppose first one get request. First time get request means is it executed if block? Not executed, which will be displayed empty form. Now, if the request is the post request, you have to override this form to end user provided data. How? Request dot post. Just now I am telling the difference of between these two forms. One is empty form, second one is user provided data. The meaning. First get request aithe one empty form created and forwarded. No sir, if the request is post ante user provided data, that data will be overridden in this form. Now, if minimum validation form dot is underscore valid. ఒకవేళ if it is valid అయితే, now just print one message. Print form validation was success and I have to print the data. Just only this is the code. See the server. Server is ready. Now, first time enter URL, clicking on this get request empty form. If you have given with Sunny and I am provided some marks, submit. Is it a get request or post? Post request and I submitted. Once it is post request, this total code executed there. Now go to the console. Is it printed anywhere data? అదిగోండి form validation success and print data. అంటే that line executed, not executed because of post request కాబట్టి. అదే first enter URL get request, that's why not there. Now how to print the data? I want to print name. How to print name? Where the data is available? Form dot, what is the dictionary name? CLEA, clean underscore data of, can I ask name? Yeah, because it is a dictionary కాబట్టి. Second marks. Now for example forms లో name, now refresh. ఇదిగోండి, which fields are there? First we'll send get request. Yeah, name, roll number, marks, 3 are available there. Now come to views. Name, second one roll number. What is the value? Roll number. Third marks. ఇవి కీస్ అన్ని ఏంటివి ఇక్కడవి, ఇవి లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ వాల్యూస్. ఓకే, మార్క్స్. Printed the marks. Yes. Now, so this total code can be executed if the request is post. First time, whenever submitting URL, then it is a get request. This total code not executed. Empty form created, send to the end user. Once I click on submit button, post request, then this total code executed. That is the meaning. Now see the server started. Now first get request, empty form, name, Sunny, roll number 123, marks 90. Submit. Once I clicking on submit, ఎందుకని data is displaying still ఇంకా నాకు తెలియక మళ్ళీ I'm clicking on submit. మళ్ళీ submit. How many times I'm submitted? 3 times. Okay, so total data will be displayed 3 times or no? ఇదిగోండి. Form validation success. Form validation success. Form validation. అదే నాకు తెలియక if I'm storing into database, how many times it will be inserted? 3 times. మరి ఒకసారి clicking on submit, I want to clear the data. What to do? ఎందుకంటే అలా డిస్ప్లే చేస్తుంటే వాట్ ఈస్ ద మీనింగ్? ఈజ్ ఇట్ సేవ్డ్ ఆర్ నాట్ సేవ్డ్? ఐ డోంట్ నో. ఐఎమ్ క్లికింగ్ ఆన్ ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కమింగ్ ఇన్ టు 3 times. ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ సబ్మిట్ అప్పుడు కంపల్సరీ ఇదిగోండి పోస్ట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కమింగ్ దోస్ మెనీ టైమ్స్. వన్స్ క్లిక్ ఆన్ సబ్మిట్, ఇఫ్ ద డేటా ఈస్ గాన్, ఐఎమ్ నాట్ క్లికింగ్. ఓకే, డేటా సేవ్ అయితే విల్ గెట్ మెసేజ్ డేటా స్టోర్డ్, లేకపోతే ఎర్రర్ వీఆర్ గెటింగ్ ఇట్. ఫర్ దట్ వాట్ టు డూ? ప్రైమరీ కీ అసలు టేబుల్ ఈజ్ నాట్ దేర్ కదా. నేను అంటుంది విత్ ఇన్ ద ఫామ్ ఐ వాంట్ టు క్లియర్ ద డేటా. ఎనీ టేబుల్ ఈజ్ దేర్, ఎనీ మోడల్ ఈజ్ దేర్, లేదు కదా. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ స్టోరింగ్. వాట్ ఈస్ మై రిక్వైర్మెంట్ అంటే వన్స్ ఐఎమ్ క్లికింగ్ ఆన్ సబ్మిట్ యూ కెన్ డిస్ప్లే ఎంటీ ఫామ్. హౌ టు డిస్ప్లే ఎంటీ ఫామ్? ఇంకో ఇదేంటిది? ఈజ్ ఇట్ ఎంటీ ఫామ్ ఆర్ నో? కట్ దిస్, ఇక్కడ లేపండి దీన్ని. యూ కెన్ గివ్ last year you can give. Then what is the meaning of this one? First the user server started, the end user provided URL and clicking on enter button. This request is get a post get kada. Once request is get request, is it executed these things? No. Which will executed? 12 13 empty form displayed. Once I am displaying empty form, I am entering data. Click on submit, post request. Appudu which will executed? 5, 6, 7, 8 executed. After that, is it execute line number 12 or no? Executed. If block completed, rest of the program not executed. Now this form will be overridden with which one? Empty form. Now your form will be cleared. Now check this. Server started. Sorry, I want to change some values. Radhika 13498. Once you submit, the data will be gone because of last line executed after if block empty form. That form I am sending to the user. You are going to see this form validation successful bus Radhika 13498 marks. Allow empty form you can give last. But my requirement, this data I want to display to ikkada HTML file like display cheyaleni data ni. How to display HTML file? So and so student name, so and so marks I want to display. HTTP response, okay. HTTP response ఎందుకు? ఆల్రెడీ ఐఎమ్ పాసింగ్ రెండర్ HTML ఫైల్. మళ్ళీ ఎందుకు HTTP response? Starting classes we are sending HTTP response. Now direct I am sending a render function. This one. So the code you can change, where you can change HTML code, you can small changes are there. Then automatic data will be displayed. Okay, for that, if you know small things I will give, okay na? What I was doing is observe. First I'm taking one variable, observe. Submitted, by default value false. Ante form not submitted ani, okay. Tarvata student name, yes name, empty. First time all values are empty. After that, ikkada you can take the name, student name equal to, how to get the student name? Can I ask a clean data of name? Yeah, it will store the student name. Tarvata, once I clicking on post method, make submitted value equal to, what can I do? True. So you got two variables I am taken, name, one more is submitted. Within your dictionary, pass the values, comma, submitted. What is the value? Submitted. And one more thing is there. What is that? Student name, colon, name. This is submitted name. Can I use in HTML file? Because of dictionary, whenever I'm passing, am I using the form or no? Yes, like I'm using those variables, then display the data. So first take the views code. This is the code. How to use that submitted and yes name, I will tell. This is the views. దేనిలో కాంటెక్స్ట్ హౌ మరి ఇప్పుడు హౌ టు సెండ్ దిస్ వన్ టు ద HTML ఫైల్ అంటే ఆర్ యూ సబ్మిటింగ్ ఫార్మ్ నోనా హౌ యు ఆర్ టెల్లింగ్ ఐ హ్యావ్ టు చెక్ ద కండిషన్ ఫస్ట్ టైం ఐఎమ్ ఎంటరింగ్ URL కదా at that time am I submitting the form no అప్పుడు I want display only empty form once I clicking on submit button then only I want to display student details ఎక్కడ రాస్తా తెలుసు బ్లాగ్ ఓకే ఓకే ఇప్పుడు అన్ని ఎల్స్ బ్లాక్లు రాయాలి కదా దాని బదులు ఇఫ్ ఐఎమ్ టేకింగ్ ఏ వేరియబుల్ ఐఎమ్ చెకింగ్ ఇఫ్ సబ్మిటెడ్ ట్రూ అయితే ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ ఫాల్స్ అయితే డోంట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ సింపుల్ వన్ కండిషన్తో రాస్తాను కదా చూపిస్తే చూడు రాసే హౌ టు రైట్ అది కూడా వ్యాలిడే బట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు రైట్ ఎల్స్ మళ్ళీ అగైన్ కండిషన్ యువర్ రైటింగ్ ఇప్పుడు ఇఫ్ సబ్మిటెడ్ దెన్ ఇట్ ఈ చెకింగ్ సబ్మిటెడ్ వాల్యూ ట్రూ అయితే దిస్ కోడ్ ఇఫ్ సబ్మిటెడ్ ఫాల్స్ అయితే ఎంటీ ఫామ్ దట్స్ ఐమ్ టేకింగ్ సబ్మిటెడ్ బూలియన్ వాల్యూ ట్రూ ఆ ఫాల్సా So here within the dictionary, sir, I am passing three values. ఒకటి empty form or user provided data. Submitted value. Submitted two options are there, either false and true. Name either empty or value. When submitted will become true and name I am getting, if the request dot method equal to post అయితే submitted value will become true and I am getting student name. If it is a get request, then what is the submitted value? False. Student name empty. So I have two requests are there. Get అయితే these values, post అయితే this one. Go to the input.html file ki. Along with console, I want to display the HTML file. How to display? Give one small if condition in this. It will display one form. Okay, అది empty na user provided form displayed. Come to here, cut this division class container percentage. I have to give condition if submitted. What is the meaning? If submitted means if submitted is true. So if submitted true అయితే you are providing some values. Now h1 tag, I want to provide that student with the name. Curling brace. What is the variable? Yes name. Okay. Yes name. Processed successfully. Next h2. Enter. Next student information. For example, if the submitted value true అయితే student with the name provided processed successfully, enter next student information. If the submitted value is false, then which block will be executed? Else block. Within the else block, what I want to display? Student input form. Now close the block end if statement. Percentage end if HR. So now if submitted value true అయితే display these details. After that student form you have to display. If no else block, compulsory student form will be displayed with these lines. Now come to this. First get request, no details. The student input form name is there. Okay, now here Sunny, roll number and marks. Submit. When student with the name Sunny process successfully, enter next student details. Yeah. Now Radhika 13489. Processed successfully Radhika. Name Lily 125. Marks. Student with processed. Go to console. Yes, data is available, not available. Present and I'm not stored into database. That's why here it will display. If you want to store to the database, create one model, save it. One by one data will be stored to database, display to here and display to the HTML file. This is the process. Input lo adi code. So next I want to take the student feedback. Yo, student feedback. Then our feedback forms we have to provide it now. Same, I want to display one form. I have to take the feedback from the student. So come to this, close all these. Stop the server. DJANGO hyphen admin start project feedback project cd feedback project py manage.py start app test app done. First project to this one, add application in settings.py తర్వాత create one file forms.py. ఇవి 3 steps. Forms.py లో create the form class. Come to the here feedback project, open settings, installed apps lo you have to go with test app. Test app lo right click a python file forms.py ఇక్కడ from library name Django DJANGO import. What is the module name? Forms class. Any name you can take feed back form forms dot. What is the class name? Form. Feedback అంటే ఏమేం కావాలి? Name forms dot which field? Character field. తర్వాత roll number forms dot integer field. Mail ID forms dot email field. Next tell your feedback forms dot character field. Inside there is one keyword argument is there. What it is? Widget equal to module name dot iti text area field I can provided there because feedback ante number of rows and columns are there na, that's why text area field we have to provided adi forms class. నీకు HTML text area tag is there. Same అదే ఇది కూడా number of rows and columns will be displayed. completed. So view is the responsible to read the data and display to the HTML file and console. Go to the views.py file. Use. Define one function based view, def feedback underscore view. First argument is request. Create one empty form equal to, what is the class name? Feedback form. Object is ready. But this feedback form is available from testapp.forms import class name feedback form. Object is ready. How to send this object to? Return render first argument request comma testapp slash feed.html file. Create one dictionary. The key form value form. It will display one empty form. చూద్దాం URLs. Feed views dot feedback view from testapp import views. Start the server. Server started. Come to here instead of std give the ఏం టెంప్లెట్ లేదు కదా బో చాలా స్టోరీ ఉంది దీనికైతే HTML5 క్రియేట్ చేయాలి ఫామ్ ఇంజెక్ట్ చేయాలి ఏమీ లేకుండా ఏం కావాలి ఇప్పుడు మనకి feed.html ఫైల్ కావాలి కదా ఓకే కాపీ మెయిన్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఫోల్డర్ templates right click folder static right click folder test app right click file feed.html ready right click folder css right click a file css go to settings template underscore dir equal to base dir slash templates static underscore dir equal to base dir slash static. This template dir give to dirs static. తెరిపోయింది ఇప్పుడు go to the HTML file. ఇక్కడ HTML percentage load static. Now come to body. Container alignment center. Inside I have to provided h1 student feedback form. What is the tag we can provide? Form tag. Form class action not required. Method equal to post. Curling brace. Form dot as underscore p. One more is required. What it is? CSRF token. Next input type equal to submit value, submit feed back. గరుణ్యా అవసరంలా ఇప్పుడు సెండ్ ద రిక్వెస్ట్. అదిగోండి స్టూడెంట్ ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ ఫామ్, నేమ్, రోల్ నెంబర్, ఈమెయిల్, feedback. Once I'm entering data, clicking on submit button, which request get a post request. So how to read the display? Come to the view. మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ స్టార్ట్ సినిమా. Take the two variables. One is submitted equal to false. Student name, yes, name equal to empty. Now, if request dot method equal to which one post అయితే execute this, కాకపోతే empty form send to the end user. I want to override the form equal to student కాదు feedback form internally. How to get the data? Request dot post. Now here, if you provided all values, form dot is underscore valid, print form validation success, and printing the feedback information. సరిపోయిందా? Printing the feedback information. Okay, I want to print now, print name. How to get the name? Form dot clean underscore data of name, student name 2 3 4, second one roll number, third ఏంటిది మెయిల్ ఐడి, మార్క్స్ లేదు కదా, థర్డ్, ఫోర్త్ feedback. Done. Once it is request, make the submitted value as true. How to get the name? Yes, name equal to form dot clean the data name. Now internally you can create two more keys. One is submitted colon submitted. Next s name colon s name. Now server started. First get request, form will be displayed. Now student name Sunny, roll number 101, email id sunny@gmail. Feedback. What is the feedback? Classes are very nice, but we are not getting anything. Class is wonderful, but not getting anything. Submit. Yes, come to here. ఇదిగోండి form validation success, printing information Sunny 101, this one feedback information. దీన్ని I want to display to the HTML file. ఇక్కడ 55 then printed. ఇదిగోండి ఇది స్టోరీ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ. దీని తర్వాత HTML ఫైల్లో యూ కెన్ ఇంజెక్ట్. అది స్టోరీ. Student name empty string. What is the meaning? S name equal to empty means student name. Empty string I am taken. S name, one variable empty string. After that I am replacing the value. That empty string value I am added. Because if the method is get method, I am not passing any student name. Empty. Submit false. Sir, now feedback HTML, what we have to write means, ikkada we have to write body, background, color, red. దీన్ని తీసుకొచ్చి ఇక్కడ link here, remove this curly brace percentage static css feed1 dot css. First one get request form came. ఇప్పుడు once I provided this one data కావాలి కదా, come to the division ఇక్కడ curling brace percentage if submitted true అయితే h1 hello curling brace student name whatever I am passing, thanks for providing feedback, it is very helpful for us to provide better service. Next, no curling brace else. Inside else you have to submit the feedback form CSRF token form come this outside end. So if submitted అయితే that value, otherwise this one. Now is ready. Send the request, get request, student name, roll number, mail ID, gmail.com, classes are good. Submit. Hello Lily, thanks for providing feedback. It is very helpful for us to provide the better service. Come to here. Yes. Form validation successful. Name this one. Feedback is there. Like that you have to provide feedback. The story. Sorry, tomorrow I will tell how to do the form validations. Yeah, in the second Google Classroom link also I uploaded notes, so check it online, guys. In the second link